is not that hard actually. Ha! I lied to you! Actually, the learning process was a hell! I had to suffer for 3 whole years before I finally started to feel that my projects are kinda okay. But today I will show why you don't have to struggle like I did. So my story begins back in 2020 when I first started with the artwork and thought, wow, that looks cool, how do they do that? To clarify, yeah, basically I'm already 5 years in 3D, but I was doing it so inconsistently and with large pauses throughout, so let's say I actually have around 3 years of experience. This was the time I installed Blender and regretted almost immediately. But I'm not willing to give up without a fight, you hear me? I studied the app, watched tutorials and videos like 30 tips in Blender, how to make cool render in Blender, sculpt tutorial in Blender, top 8 mistakes I made in Blender. But it wasn't helping me. I mean, duh, I know how to create a cube, but how do I do things like that? And no, I didn't finish the donut course. I'm sorry. It felt like I studied everything, but still can do nothing. So after a while I just tried to make something. No tutorials, no tips, just something. And yeah, it looks gross. And this one too. But oh look, it's now better, right? Right? With each attempt, to be honest, I felt more and more comfortable with my own mistakes. It didn't feel like I have to make it perfect anymore, or I am a dumb stupid piece of... Well, I got pretty used to it, so I don't have to stress every time I open... Actually, it is not that bad. I'm not scared of you anymore, But hey, I wanted to say, if you want to make it great, make it exist first. Now I have some projects I am not ashamed to show off. But I had to make some I wish to not see anymore. Like this cube, for example. It is simple, but... so shiny. My pretty. But I have other examples too. Yeah. Now I'm still learning, still struggling, but it feels fun. Like, I don't want to say it wasn't fun at the beginning. I was pretty excited about how many possibilities Blender has. Now I just feel like I can use it to really create something. So let me quickly sum up all the advices I wanted to bring in this video. First of all, let it exist first. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's better to make 10 projects than one that feels just perfect. This way you will later see how much you improve and you will have something to show off right away. Don't spend your time on tutorials. At least in my experience, it's easier just to be stuck in infinite search for new knowledge. But that way you actually do nothing. Your brain thinks, oh, I do so many useful stuff, but you actually don't gain any skills. Like, yeah, now you know all these 80 plus features, but can you use at least 20 of them? No? That's what I'm talking about. I also believe that it's useful to see tips on 3D when you're already doing something. Like, oh, my renders take about 1 to 2 hours to make, can I make it faster? And after that you find exactly what you need and learn it without wandering in the internet for additional 3 months. I don't say that you can't do something with tutorials at all, I just mean tutorials on their own won't teach you. For me, what really helped is to move from just study to know more mindset to study to create, study to make projects. Without it, I just rambled aimlessly for weeks and months without doing something. I didn't have any at least semi-finished projects, so it felt like a waste. This taught me to prioritize actions over never-ending study. It is comfortable to don't do anything, avoid any mistakes, difficulties, and just keep believing that, oh wow, I studied so many cool things. But what really moves you forward is practice. Always was and always will be. Hope these advices will help you throughout your own journey. I know it is not something specific, but I feel like I needed to say it. Because these were the main reasons I struggled so much. I wanted to make it perfect, and I chose wandering in the internet over taking action and practicing. So I really don't want you to make it so stressful too. But leave a comment if you have any advices of your own. It could be pretty important for others. While you can become full-time 3D artist and make stunning projects, actually 3D is quite useful for 2D art too. I use it for studying light and materials in general. Like, wow, where will you have a better reference of glass or gems or skull than 3D? Don't you even dare to say about AI. But it is pretty useful when it comes to perspective or composition too. Recently I had to draw some commissions that heavily emphasize on perspective deformation, and you know how sometimes it can be a struggle. If not, well, sometimes it is so painful and takes so much time, oh my god. And I didn't think about using Blender to make it quicker before, for some reason. However, I'm planning to introduce 3D perspective in further artworks and commissioned art. Just faster. That's it. And yeah, I am so lazy. I am too lazy to make these perspective grids every time I do art. So sorry, but I am not sorry. It consumes so much time. I don't want to say I hate it, but I am not a fan, to be honest. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any future updates. My schedule is not that stable at the moment, unfortunately, but I have cute dragons, you know? Oh, and Instagram too, just in case you wanted to see more art from me. And yeah, my post schedule day is way more frequent. Well, that's it. Bye!